Hey, it looks like we have a lot of people on here. Awesome. Can you guys hear me pretty good? Hello, happy holidays. Awesome. All right, it looks like we have a lot of people in here, so let's kick this off. If you guys have any sort of questions for me, I am currently in the basement of Randy's family home. We are in St. Peters, Missouri. Just kicking back. Well, hello to Topher QZ in St. Peters, Missouri. You must be close by. Ooh, hello to M. Raven in Malaysia. Nice. Hello to Casey Dieter. Ooh, already got a good question. This is from Keep Walking. Which was your toughest challenge to date? Ooh, that's probably a pretty good one. I would actually say it was one that I lost. It was the Donovan's C&D Bar and Grill Donovan Big Daddy Burger Challenge, and that thing was huge. That was a 9-pound burger, and the bun alone was about 4.5 pounds, so it was a lot of chewing. I ended up getting through about 7.5 pounds worth of food and had about 1.5 pounds of bun left before I tapped out. That one was crazy. Hello to Mike Payne. Awesome Kilocrew elite member. Much appreciated. Ooh, okay. Here's a good question. From John Silvers. Do you ever wish you didn't eat for a living? Like, would you rather just eat normally 24/7 and not have to balance out weekly calories? I mean, obviously that would make things easier for socializing and stuff, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I enjoy what I do and I enjoy promoting restaurants and such. It's a really I guess unique way to support different people and places and have a good excuse to travel everywhere. So, no, I wouldn't have it any other way. This one, oh, that's a great question. Evan Holtnick, has the food ever not tasted good on a food challenge, and do you just power through? Yes, that has happened for sure, and I have lost a couple of challenges because of that. But I will not say who or what it was. I prefer not to throw anyone under the bus. They did their best, and it wasn't their fault necessarily. So, yes, I have had food that I have not enjoyed, and that has led to maybe not as successful of an event as it could have been. um, I hope that answered your question, by the way. Ooh, Emma Smith asks, "What's my favorite donut?" Ooh, that's a toughie, but Amy's Donuts has a couple that I really, really love. Bananas Foster, and then there is a Biscoff cookie mallow. I think it's called Biscoff mallow or something donut. But basically, it's like the Banana Foster's one is banana frosting, caramel drizzle, and then banana chips, and it's amazing. And then it's like it tastes just like Bananas Foster if you've ever had that, which is that banana dish that they like light on fire with rum. Gorgeous. And then the Biscoff cookie mallow one is basically cookie butter, and then they top it with like a little bit of crumble, and then they top that with like marshmallow fluff. It is on point. Ooh, lots of people tuning in. I love it. I love it. Chili juice. Do pineapples belong on pizza? Come on. Have you even watched my channel? I love pineapples on pizza. It's a necessity. It's actually one of my favorite pizzas. It's going to have pineapple all over it. Let's see. Hi, Vicky. Thank you for tuning in. George Fuentes asked, do you prefer spicy or sweet challenges? I prefer sweet challenges for the taste, but doing spicy challenges can be fun because they're lower calories. So that's definitely kind of helpful if I'm trying to do like a bunch of stuff back to back to back and manage my weight. Is a spicy challenge is usually a low amount of food and yeah, just a lot of pain and heat instead. So it depends on the kind of like sacrifice you're trying to make. Oh, very nice. Just got a super chat from Jose Alamo. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Merry Christmas to you and Randy. Thank you very much, Jose. That's much appreciated. I love it. Sir Camisas Court asks, do you have a challenge on the horizon that you are most looking forward to? And yes, that leads into a good conversation starter. Randy and I are going to be heading to Turks and Caicos on the 29th through the 7th of January. So we are going to be doing a couple of food challenges there, hopefully. But the one that we're looking forward to the most is we're going to be doing a slider challenge at a place called Big Al's. And that's going to be absolutely delicious. It'll be my first foreign country win. And yeah, it'll be the first time that Randy's done a challenge on Turks and Caicos as well, or even been there as well. So along with just being there to have some fun, celebrate the new year, and just be warm during the cold months, we will be doing a few challenges. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to complete my first foreign country food challenge. That'll be awesome. Ooh. Let's see. Tiny Feisty Millennial. That's a funny name. I love it. How many days per week do you work out? Now I'm working out a lot more than I was actually. So all the gyms in Spokane, Washington, where I normally live, are closed right now. So Randy and I actually went in together and bought a spin bike, a stationary spin bike, and we've been using that to work out. So I haven't been doing any lifting, which is kind of sad. Maybe if I like look smaller in my shoulders and stuff, it's because I'm not lifting, which is my passion. But we are spinning a lot, so lots and lots of cardio. And so if we're home, we pretty much spin every day. So Randy and I are on there a lot. He usually goes for anywhere between an hour and a half to 2.5 hours. And I'm usually more close to that hour mark. I'm not quite to the level to do 2 hours all the time yet. So getting used to that, that's a lot of fun. Oh, and awesome. Got another super chat from Trig Josh. Thank you very much for that. And he asks, or she, I'm not sure. I'm going to assume she with Josh or he with Josh in the name. When you move to your current apartment, in the clip you said you would do an apartment tour. Are you ever going to do one? Yes, I actually did a apartment tour as far as I could do it in the 291 kitchen sink ice cream challenge video. So that was as much as I was going to show at the time. And I wouldn't necessarily take you into like the bedroom or anything, but I showed the bathroom, the kitchen, and the living room and dining room in that video. So it's changed a little bit since then. A lot more decor is in there. But maybe if I do another kind of vlog style video in the future, I will include some more footage around the apartment. But I'll probably be moving soon anyway. I'm going to be moving most likely in July. Let's see. Man, these questions are coming in really, really fast. Okay, this one is from K-Tron. What got you started doing food challenges? And this one I've talked about several times, but for everyone that's new or tuning in here, I got my start doing bodybuilding shows in 2019. So I was doing a lot of dieting to get on stage. I was in the women's physique category, so I was able to be kind of muscular, but definitely needed to be definitely lean on stage and kind of unhealthy lean. So that basically means I was doing a lot of dieting, and I was really hungry all the time. So I was like many folks who started watching my channel, just somebody really hungry watching other people eat food that did like professional eating and stuff. So I was watching Beard Meats Food all the time. I was watching Randy's channel and several others, to name a few, Furious Pete and stuff. So that definitely inspired me to give it a try. When I got done with the bodybuilding show, I wanted to put on some weight, and I'm really competitive. So yeah, I just went out to a local smaller food challenge at a Fat Burger in Spokane and did that, and was still hungry. And I had taken a camera with me and filmed it, and I just kept going and going and doing bigger and bigger challenges, and I was hooked. Oh, awesome. We have another super chat. This one is from Tyler Rivera. What country are you most excited about doing a challenge in the future? Well, thank you very much for the question and the super chat, Tyler. Okay, so there's kind of a lot that I'm excited for. I definitely would like to do some challenges kind of in the Netherlands area, and I'm not even sure if there are challenges in like Norway or not. I got to look into that. But anywhere, I guess, in like Europe, Northern Europe, that kind of area, I'm really eager to try challenge there. I would love to try food around there, and then that's also just another excuse to travel more. So really it would be hard to, I guess, pinpoint an area. I'd also really love to do some challenges in India, the Philippines, Thailand, any sort of different culture food. I would be all for it. So that was a great question. Thank you. Here's one from Tyler Richards. Any holiday traditions in your family and any new ones you'll be creating with Randy? Cheers from Seattle. We miss you in the Pacific Northwest. Oh, thank you. So no, I don't know that we really have traditions other than like certain like holiday movies and stuff. My mom's husband's like kind of family does they have a weird tradition on Christmas Eve. They eat oyster soup, which I'd never heard of. I'm actually really curious if anyone else eats oyster soup on Christmas Eve. All the ladies in the family, we do not care for the oyster soup. So we usually will have something different. Like last year, we had grilled cheese while all the guys ate oyster soup. So I don't know if it's a guy thing or what, but not my cup of tea. So that's a weird one. And no, I don't think we have any traditions, Randy and I, yet, although be on the lookout on social media. We are going to be in Totes Adorbs matching PJs on Christmas morning, so that'll be fun. And hello to Eric George, who is a Kilocrew Elite member. Welcome, welcome. Glad you could make it here. Here's one from Steve Martinez. Do you fast in between challenges? That depends on the challenge. So say we're on like a tour or something, like my Alaska trip where we were back to back to back. Absolutely, I was fasting between challenges because we were doing one in sometimes less than 24-hour gaps. So basically, it would mean that we would go for one challenge and then be in the car or just like sleeping between the next challenge. So yeah, absolutely. And then there was no hunger really between that. But on like a normal schedule, if you've ever checked out my daily diet playlist, I kind of explain how I manage my weight, manage my hunger between challenges. But basically, it really depends on the size of the challenge. So say if I do something really, really massive in the evening, like we'll say a recent one, like the big 5-pound pork chop challenge that I just did. That one, I don't think I really ate until like the next evening. I think I had a small snack like the next night. So about 24 hours later. So yeah, that's usually kind of how that'll work. And then otherwise I just eat small meals. Oh, got another super chat. This one is from, I think that's L.A. Lou. And that's, what sports do you follow, if any, and what teams do you follow, if any? So thank you very much for the super chat. The only sport that I actually follow is going to be NFL football. So I am a huge Seahawks fan. I haven't been able to watch the games live recently. I did catch this Sunday's game against the Nationals, which was a good game. Glad we came through with the win there. But yeah, I definitely support the Seattle Seahawks. And then let's see. I used to be really big into Major League Baseball when I was a little kid. I played Little League. I played on a boys team, actually. I didn't play softball when I was a little kid. I didn't play softball until middle school, but I was on a boys Little League team when I was a little kid, and I was always a huge Diamondbacks fan. This was when I lived in Phoenix, Arizona as a kid, and so yeah, it was a really great time to be a fan of baseball. We won the World Series when I can't even remember what year that was. That must have been like 98, maybe. I don't know. In the comments over here, say the year that the Diamondbacks won the World Series. So that was really awesome. And that was back when there was like Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling and Luis Gonzalez, and they were all my heroes. So pretty awesome. Ooh, all the people hating on the Seahawks in the comments here. So rude. Got some Chiefs fans. I support the Chiefs. My brother's a Chiefs fan. Randy kind of likes the Chiefs. Let's see. Wow, these are coming in really fast. I apologize. I'm trying to find the questions because they keep going through. Here's a good one from Leonard Zhu or Zhao. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Leonardo Zhao. Do you ever get concerned about weight, fat gain, and body image issues after doing these challenges? Not really concerned about like weight or health issues necessarily, because I know how to manage my weight, but there's definitely body image issues, I guess. So, I mean, no matter what if you've ever been in like a bodybuilding background, you're going to already kind of have, I would say like a low grade level of like body dysmorphia already. You're going to have really high standards for yourself. So it definitely is harder to like watch yourself get bigger, but it's not something that you can't manage at all. So I just have to tell myself, okay, I'm going to be a little bit chubbier, but I'm certainly a lot happier because I'm out socializing. I'm able to travel the world, etc. I don't have to be perfectly strict. And maybe to the rest of the world, I have maybe somebody else's dream body at what I would consider being fat or heavier than I would like to be. So you definitely have to keep that in mind when doing these and just can't let it get to you. And all the negative comments, can't let that get to you either. Oh, and we have another super chat from Trig Josh. Thank you very much. Wow, that's very generous. When you and Randy come to do food challenges in the UK, let me know and I'll come and support you both. And then question, when you've completed all US challenges, what will you do then, or will you redo them? Thank you very much. We hope to make it to the UK in 2021 when everything opens up. So yeah, that would be great to make it over there. I have always wanted to travel to the UK, and I'm definitely eager to try some of their challenges. As y'all know, I fangirl over Beard Meats Food and also Kyle V Food over there. They both do some really good looking challenges. So I would definitely be excited to go try those. So thank you. If you ever are able to make it out, we'd love to see you. And to answer the question part, when we've completed all US challenges, I am not hardcore enough to ever complete all US challenges. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. So there are a few that I would like to reattempt, maybe do like some comeback challenges and try and defeat them. I definitely know that I could beat the whole enchilada challenge that I lost in Florida, because I kind of had they kind of did me in with some chips on that one. They gave me like an entire bag of tortilla chips to go with that burrito challenge. But there's a few that I would definitely like to redo, like that one. I would definitely like to do the Ironman breakfast challenge at the Broken Yoke Cafe. That we'll say that they put the thumb on the scale on that one as well. So yeah, there are a few that I would definitely like to redo, but I do not plan on being hardcore enough to ever do all the challenges in the USA. That would be insane. Okay, and looks like we have to block somebody. Hold on. Sorry about that. Had someone being inappropriate, so got him hidden. And we have somebody else being inappropriate. So if you could please keep this appropriate. This is a PG live stream. That would be much appreciated. Oh, and wow, very nice super chat from Sandy949. Thank you so much for doing that. She says, hi, enjoy watching you and Randy and always commenting. I'm a proud supporter. When you're in SoCal, the OC, I'll be right there supporting. There's a Broken Yoke near me. Hi to Randy and Merry Christmas. Well, thank you so much, Sandy. I definitely would love to redo the California version of the Broken Yoke Challenge. I know the ones in Florida are significantly smaller, so I would like to do both versions of that. I'm just definitely not going to do the one in the Orange area again. That was the one that Molly Schuyler did her challenge at, and so I think they're kind of proud there, and they definitely make it a little hefty. So yeah, when I'm back in the area, I'd definitely like to do it probably at the Palm Springs location, because I think that would be a lot of fun. But if that's nearby to you, that would be great to see you out there. And I would love to show Randy Palm Springs, because that's one of the places that I have been to frequently, and he has not so much. And we got another super chat from LA Lou, and he says, don't feel bad when my Rams beat your Seahawks again, but hey, love your channel. Well, I can't say too much. I haven't been following too many too many other teams very well. So I have no doubts that the Seahawks will do very well and we will make it to the playoffs, but that's okay. That's okay. Nothing but love and friendly competition there. Got a question from Jabble Wobble. Where is Randy? And that is a really funny screen name. He is upstairs getting some work done. He has a video posting today. So Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, he is always busy getting videos ready to post for y'all. So today is going to be a really cool steak challenge that he did. So hope you guys are excited for that one. Okay, this one's from Michael Byrne. Hi, Katina. I just joined the chat, but love you and Randy. One question, did you make him grow the beard? No, I did not make him grow the beard. He based growing that beard off of a Valentine's Q&A I did way back in the day, and then I think another Q&A where I said that I liked Australians with beards. So he grew the beard because he wanted to entice me to stick around a bit. So, but I am loving the beard. I think it's growing in great. It's definitely filling out nicely. And yeah, I actually got him a beard trimmer for Christmas. So he's excited to learn how to make that work for his face grooming. Oh, and another super chat from Trig Josh. Thank you so much. I really appreciate those. Says the UK is about to go into full lockdown from the 26th, and I'd leave it a while before you come to the UK. Yeah, so we're going to let everything kind of calm down a bit before we do any sort of traveling. As long as stuff is open up in a decent way and it's safe to do so, we will be traveling following guidelines and such. So that'll be really nice. So it's the same with our little Turks and Caicos trip that we're about to go on. We're following all the guidelines. We have to go get tested here in a few days right before we head out. And so, yeah, we're trying to be nice and safe, and we're to spread the love and nothing else. So, and we got Randy in the chat making money for all the Christmas presents I'm getting. Yes, that is my Christmas present / his Christmas present to himself is our Turks and Caicos trip, which is definitely not cheap. So, yes, he's up there being sugar daddy for me, and I appreciate it very much. And another super chat. This one is from Francine Ibarra Corona. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Since you travel a lot, what's your take on does it worry you? I am not really worried about that sort of stuff. I take the precautions that are recommended to me, and I make sure that I just follow my guidelines. So I feel safe the way I'm traveling. Everyone else is following their guidelines when they travel. So I see no reason to worry about it. I will eventually be getting the vaccine. I am in the military and it is required of me. So just like flu shots and stuff like that, I am required to get them. So I will be getting them when they are made available to me. Another super chat from LA Lou. Do you ever do a challenge that just tasted awful and was just torture to finish? So yes, I kind of answered this a little bit earlier. I have done challenges that are pretty gross. The only restaurant that I will throw under the bus, because it kind of was their fault, was I did that burger challenge at Bo Campers in Florida, and the middle of the burger was raw, which happens because it's a big burger. So that one was kind of gagging through that. And then they also didn't provide the bun that they normally would for the challenge. It's supposed to be a soft bun. They gave me like a French crusty baguette type roll. So it was kind of like a, if you've ever had like a soup bowl at Disneyland, it was like crunchy. You could like kill somebody with it. It was insane. So that one was pretty torturous. And then there have been a few others, but they were all, it wasn't necessarily their fault. Maybe it just wasn't up to my taste standards. And I've also been food poisoned once. So yeah, that was not fun. Let's see. Oh, these are coming through really quick. Oh, we have another super chat from Sandy. The Palm Springs Broken Yoke closed permanently. I have a house there too, close to the Mission Viejo location. Have a great trip. Oh, that's a bummer. I didn't know that the Broken Yoke in Palm Springs closed permanently. That bums me out to hear, but there are a lot of great restaurants in that area that I'm sure were competing for the business there. I always loved eating in Palm Springs. I loved Lulu's. I was heartbroken when I found out that Zobo and Meester's had to shut down due to everything that's going on. Zobo and Meesters was the place that I did the breakfast burrito challenge and the 6-pound sub challenge. And they were awesome. They were featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and it breaks my heart that they had to close down. The gentleman that ran it was one of the nicest guys I've ever met, hands down, and he was a lot of fun to interact with while I did the challenge. So that bums me out. But I'm very familiar with Mission Viejo. I used to live in, as they call it, fake forest over there. So I went to college at Laguna College of Art and Design. And so I lived in the Laguna Beach area, or fake forest, which is right next to Mission Viejo. So very familiar with that area. Let's see what sort of questions we got coming in here. I got one from Dennis Fiend. Can you do a huge shout out for my daughter? Me and her are huge fans. Well, yes, absolutely. Big shout out to your daughter. I wish you had included her name, but a big shout out to her. Thank you both for watching. It's really appreciated. I love everybody who is a supporter. So thank you very much for being part of the Kilocrew. Let's see. We're scrolling through. People asking if I know of certain challenges in certain areas, and I would lead them to foodchallenges.com. That's a little shout out. You can search any food challenge that is known of worldwide. Have I ever done any Indian food challenges? That is from Candy Act. No, I have never done an Indian food challenge, and I would love to. I love Indian food. There's actually a Indian buffet, in Spokane that I would love to take Randy to. I got a chance to try some really good Indian food and Middle Eastern food while I was in the Abu Dhabi and Dubai area, and I loved all of it. So I'm a huge fan. I love anything naan, anything curry. Like, just feed me good food. So I love it a lot. And they also make like the best rice ever. So I would love to do an Indian food challenge one day. Ooh, this is actually a really fun question from Muhammad Al-Alamin. If you can eat a lot of one type of food for a challenge, what would it be and what would you avoid eating a lot of? Merry Christmas to you and Randy. Thanks for all the content. Like when you pick something that you want to eat a lot of, it's kind of hard to say, because what happens is no matter if it's delicious to you or not, you're going to get what's called flavor fatigue, and you're not going to want to put any more of it in your mouth when you get to a certain point of fullness. So normally I would say, yeah, I love to eat a ton of pizza because pizza is delicious. It's consistent. It pretty much always tastes good. It's hard to ruin a pizza unless they burn the crust or something. So I would say that I love to eat a lot of that, but that is one of those things that flavor fatigue happens and the salt just gets to you and you just can't take it in anymore. Foods that I would want to avoid eating a lot of, I would say spicy food in large quantities. There's nothing like the crazy heartburn that you get afterward. That's bad. There is no amount of Tums or Pepto-Bismol that cures the heartburn from too much spicy food. Like those 5-pack nuclear fire noodle challenges I did, those are torture. So yeah, 10 out of 10, don't recommend doing those. Here's another super chat from LA Lou. Are you going to do live chats more often? Yeah, I'm going to try and incorporate them a little bit more. It's definitely been too long. It's been, I think, over 6 months since I've done a live chat, and I'd only done one other. So now that I have a new laptop and I have a different, I guess, browser, I'm able to do live streams a little bit easier. So I think I'm going to throw these in a little bit more often and maybe have it kind of be a bonus video during the week instead of replacing a video. Today, traditionally, I would have a Christmas kind of special cheat day or a challenge or something posting today. But I wasn't able to film because I have been spending a lot of time with family and just kind of almost taking it easy through the holidays, preparing for all the crazy touring we're going to be doing in 2021. So wanted to make sure I had some sort of video up for you guys today. So figured why not do a live stream? That way it's at least somewhat interesting for y'all and you get something from it. So yeah, I would definitely like to do some live streams and maybe make them kind of a bonus video, do them on a different day of the week. Here's a good question from Lincel. What's your favorite Christmas food? Any sort of cookie. My grandma, unfortunately, is getting a little old to bake cookies like she used to, but my grandma used to make some of my favorite Christmas treats. She made these little Christmas tree cookies, which were basically sugar cookies that were like rolled in sprinkles and topped with a red hot, and where they were shaped like little Christmas trees, but like 3D. So they weren't like cut out Christmas trees. They like stacked, like little sugar cookies stacked tall. It reminded me of, is it Dutch? Ooh, I don't want to butcher this, but it's, they just did it on like that Christmas cookie show. But it's like, never mind. I don't want to make myself sound silly, but it's like a green, tall Christmas tree thing that's stacked and it's delicious. Awesome. Oh my God. Mama Renee is in the chat. Give me a super chat. Mama Renee says, hi, babe. So who do you love more, me or Randy? Well, there's no winning here. But I've got to say, I've known my mom a few years more. So I got to say, I love my mom more, but I certainly do use the L word when referring to Randy. So I love Randy a lot, but my mom gets seniority on this one. So thank you, Mom. That's pretty funny. Oh, man. Let's see. Here's one from Marie Apotica. When do you and Randy start your tour in 2021? Well, I mean, technically, we'll be doing some challenges in 2021 when we're in Turks and Caicos. So that'll be right away, right off the bat. So right into the new year. So from there, we don't really know where we're going to go. It depends on what's open. We're hoping to maybe do a Southwest USA tour if the rest of the world isn't open yet. So whatever is safe and whatever the government okays us doing, we will do. Got a kind super chat from Lori Wilt. Thank you very much. Didn't ask a question or anything, but thank you. It's much appreciated. Mama Renee says, LOL kisses. I love it. And Randy says, Mama Renee is a better cook for sure. That is true. My mom can cook some mean food. It is so delicious. So if my cheeks are looking a little puffy, blame Mama Renee's delicious cooking. We had ourselves like a 25-pound prime rib the other night, and I probably ate, roughly 2 pounds of that along with everything else and way too many adult beverages, along with all those cookies. But that distracted me. I didn't finish saying what my other holiday foods were. My grandma made almond bark cookies, which are no-bake cookie that are amazing. But my niece actually made them this year, which helped keep the tradition alive. They are, and you guys have to try this. There should be like a recipe somewhere online, but it is Captain Crunch, marshmallows, and peanuts. And then you kind of dunk them or drizzle them, cover them, whatever, in almond bark. And then you like scoop them out onto a cookie tray, and then they just set overnight in the fridge. They are divine, y'all. They are so good. Wow, these are coming really, really fast. Let's see. One from Cosmic Cat. How did you train your stomach to take all that food? It was kind of trial and error at first. I didn't really formally train as I got into it. It really was just eating big salads and meals to keep myself full during like dieting and stuff that kind of led me into it. While I was deployed, we had access to a chow hall. So it was basically like an all-you-can-eat buffet every day. And I remember I had a buddy of mine suggested that I actually start a channel. And this was back in 2017 because of how much food I would put on my plate that was low calorie so that it would keep me full. So I think I've always had a huge stomach capacity, but basically while I was in the chow hall, I would load my plate full of cooked spinach to the point where the paper plate would like fold in half. And the workers there just called me spinach. And then I would top that spinach with like lean ground chicken. And those were like my meals. So yeah, lots and lots of vegetables, pounds at a time. So that definitely helped a lot. Got a super chat in from a BJ Williams. Thank you so much for your support. It is much appreciated. And a question from Skillet Fan. How do you eat all that food and stay fit? I recommend you take a look at my daily diet playlist. I explain it in detail on all those videos and all my different strategies. It kind of varies. So it's a very varying answer. So it would be easier for me to just direct you, to that daily diet playlist as opposed to going through it now. I could talk about how I stay fit for hours, which that's why there's already hours of content. So I will just lead you there. Ooh, and we have Tuna in the chat. Nice to see you in here, Tuna. The professor is like the king of professional eater live stream. So glad to see you on here. Tim Jones asks, what branch of the military? I was in the Army in the 90s. I was active duty Air Force. So I am now in the Washington Air National Guard, but I was active duty Air Force for like 3.5 years or so. I was a missile technician. So I worked on conventional cruise missiles. And now I'm in an IT position. I do like computer admin type work. So totally different jobs now that I do for the Air National Guard versus what I was active duty for. Going to Air National Guard allowed me, to finish up my college degree at Gonzaga University, which I just graduated from there a few days ago. And so that's another reason we're doing Turks and Caicos, is celebrating graduating. So I have a degree in kinesiology from Gonzaga University now, and I'm very excited to begin to use it along with Randy once he finishes his dietetics internship this next year. Got a hello from Chad, the Mad Chiller. He says, hello, little nugget. Well, hello, Chad. Glad to see you in here. From Kristen Frost, do I have any pets? No, I do not. I do way too much traveling, and I also live in an apartment where the security deposit for a pet is insane. So no, I am too selfish and travel-y right now to have a pet. Having a pet is a pretty big commitment, but my sister-in-law does have a beautiful, beautiful dog named Tucker that I pretty much adopt on weekends when I go and visit my mom's family and such. So he is like my little, my temporary adopted pet when I'm traveling. So if you guys have been on social media and stuff, I've posted stories with him on Instagram before. So he's a cute little golden retriever. I say little, but he's huge. From Roya Bulldog, have you tried? Oh, Rolla Bulldog is my guess, because I've been through Missouri now. So yeah, I pronounced that right. Rolla Bulldog. Have you tried Springfield cashew chicken yet, since you haven't been to Missouri? If not, you should try it. No, I did actually try a couple bites of cashew chicken while in Springfield. Randy took me to an excellent, excellent Thai restaurant called Thai Express while we were there. I ended up having the, what did I get? I think I got pad thai while I was there because I'm pretty basic at heart, but Randy did get the cashew chicken and I tried a bite of that and it was phenomenal. So I'm a really big fan. I grew up eating at a place called Peking Palace in Spokane, and they have almond chicken there, and it was very, very similar to their version of almond chicken. So I enjoyed it a lot. I love that sweet gravy and that like katsu style chicken. Delicious. And we got another super chat from BJ Williams. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And a super chat just came in from KJ. Thank you very much. Everyone's support is much appreciated right now. Let's see. The no roll, the O has a short sound. Huh? That's what I said. What am I supposed to say? Roll, I don't know. Shout it down the stairs at me. What is the heaviest food to consume? Rala. Oh, Rala. Jeez, that like Rala. Okay, Rala. Okay. Rala. Okay, yeah, I'm saying it. All right. What is the heaviest food to consume for food challenges? That's from Tom Harris. Heaviest food to consume. That's one of the ones that I just said earlier. That was pizza. So pizza is pretty heavy in the gut. That crust like swells up, the water hits it, and then you get full. You hit a wall really quick. That's one where you can be cruising along, think you're doing great, and then you'll hit like the crust or something, and your jaw's tired, and you're tired of the flavor, and it'll just knock you down. So probably pizza crust.
It's Rala.
I just said that, okay. You hot mess. Go away. Why do I put up with this guy? There's no amount of anything that is worth putting up with this guy. I'm just kidding. He's great. Not to be gross. Yeah, I know. You can hear him yelling. Just, it's great. Let's see. Wow, these are coming through so fast. We got a much love from Philly. You have to come and get an authentic cheesesteak. That was from KJ. Yes, I definitely want to have an authentic cheesesteak at one time. I love cheesesteaks. And I haven't found one that is that impressive to me yet, at least in the Spokane area. I enjoyed Zelia, does cheesesteaks, Zelia's, if you're ever in Spokane Valley area. I recommend trying them out. It is delicious, but I know it's not supposed to be authentic. I had like a Hawaiian Philly cheesesteak, which was fun. Ooh, and we got a super chat from a Roger Sattler, says, congrats on the degree and no cold fries in 2021. Amen to that. I am putting my foot down if an intro goes longer than 20 minutes before we start a challenge. Thank you so much, Roger. So yeah, cold fries are my kryptonite, absolutely. And one of the things that I've been learning while touring with Randy is to have a bit more patience. He definitely likes to get a high quality intro, high quality photos, and make sure everything's perfect for his videos. I'm a bit more casual when I set up. If a camera is a little bit crooked or whatever, I'm like, man, it's authentic. It works because I like to dig into the food while it's hot. So that's been something I've been getting used to, is being patient and allowing him to get set up and have his stuff set up perfectly and do his intros and stuff. So I'm getting more patient with it. But if fries are involved, I might have to do some let's say aggressive negotiations to get him to get started a little quicker, because that was a frighteningly close call on that challenge. And if you guys are kind of curious what I'm talking about, if you did not watch the Big Mother Trucker Challenge with Randy and I, take a gander at that, or even find the live stream version of that on Randy's Facebook channel, and you can see what a grumpy Katina looks like. Katina eats kilos. What plants are those? From 40 ounce Mingai. You know, I don't know. It looks like some sort of fern. They aren't mine. Those are Mama Santel's plants right there. But they look very pretty. I don't know. Is that a fern? I'm not sure. They look fernish. It reminds me, I don't know, of the rainforest. It's very tropical here. Here's one from Chris Frederick. Have you contemplated doing any charity or food drive type of work, considering these times and your popularity in the food challenge community? I hope you're playing more of that guitar. So yeah, definitely. I definitely want to make it back to Pizzerita and do their 5-minute pizza challenge again. Basically, what happens when you do their challenge is they donate to a charity of your choice. And so I would probably donate to Feeding America or something. Randy and I would like to do basically with that biking app we do. It's called the Sufferfest app. They have a huge event that you can do called the Nights of Sufferlandria, which is basically like 12 hours straight of really hardcore cycling. And generally along with that, they encourage you to fundraise. And so that is something I would really like to do. And I would like to do it big, but it probably won't be until late 2021, maybe 2022. And if we were to do that, my charity of choice would be Feeding America, most likely. I've donated to them in the past, doing like a fitness challenge before. I raised about $500 for Feeding America, which was a pretty cool moment to have. So something that I am passionate about, because I know that there are a lot of people who go hungry here on our home ground, not necessarily just abroad. It's not all about the foreign countries that you see in the commercials. So that's definitely a thought of mine. Oh, and hello, a super chat from Adam Waddington. What's up, Adam? Adam is really cool. He's one of the first ever Kilocrew members to come and support me live during a challenge. It was during the Super Bowl Pho challenge in Seattle, Washington that I did with Joel Hansen and Scott Watkins and Winna Chicken Dinner. So check that out. He came out to support. So what is up, Adam? Here's a question for you. Who is more of a beast on the bike, me or Randy? Randy. He is a beast on the bike. That man puts in a lot of work. He puts out crazy wattage. He rides for hours, and he takes it very seriously. So he definitely puts a lot of heart into his spinning exercises, has all the gear for it and stuff, and it knows how to actually road bike and do all that. I'm kind of new getting into that. I finally had bought a bike just this summer, an actual bike. So I'm kind of just starting my passion for it. So yeah, I'm getting really into it. The Sufferfest app helps a lot. It makes riding like a video game. So if you have a Peloton or a stationary bike at home or anything that you can hook up like a power meter to, I definitely recommend it. It's a game, and it's like super cheap. It's only, I think it ends up being like $130 for the year. And so that is way cheaper than a gym membership. So 10 out of 10 recommend, because I hate cardio and I really enjoy biking. So Oh, here's another super chat from N8 K9. Ooh, maybe that's Nate K9. Thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Hope I said the way that that's meant to say, spell correctly. Not sure. Tuna asks, Randy puts out wattage like an eel. Different kind of wattage, not electrical wattage. He's not an electric eel, no. That kind of like makes me want to watch The Little Mermaid or something, though. Um, let's see. Here's one from Colin. You say you don't encourage cheat days, but I really enjoy them and I'm in great shape due to balancing calories and eating healthy on other days. I only do them on holidays. Do you think it's okay? Yeah, absolutely. I think that if you are able to balance that mentally, then call it like whatever you want to call it, a cheat day, a treat day, whatever you want to call it, a day where you are not restricting your eating habits, that is absolutely fine. In fact, I don't think you should ever really restrict your eating habits unless you are an elite athlete, like a gymnast or some sort of competitive dancer, ballet, whatever, or a bodybuilder. Um, Otherwise, I think that you need to manage your calories, obviously, and your nutrition, but you don't necessarily have to be on any sort of strict plan where you demonize food groups or anything. So, yes, having an occasional cheat day, treat day, or untracked, unplanned day is absolutely fine. Here is a super chat from Cosmic Cat. Thank you very much, Cosmic Cat. Much appreciated. And we've got another super chat from Trig Josh. Thank you so much. You are being so supportive, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Congratulations on your degree, Katina. I have an English. I believe that must mean honors degree. Merry Christmas to you and Randy. Thank you very much. I'm actually a really big literature nerd. I loved reading as a kid. I was in a lot of advanced placement reading type classes and stuff like that. I had like a college reading level in first grade. I don't know if you guys did the AR program, but I took all those tests and whatnot, and it was post college reading level. So yeah, I've always been a big nerd. I love to read. I was powering through books way beyond my comprehension, probably before I should have. So I wish I still read for leisure and wrote for leisure. That's something I think I might get into more now that I'm done with college. All I was reading was textbooks. But I would definitely like to do less TV watching to wind down in the evenings and more reading for sure. And also guitar playing, as brought up earlier. I definitely need to get back into playing it. I've been slacking on that, and it's still definitely a passion. So I got to get my creative side stoked up. I usually kind of spend my creative energy balance on editing the videos that I do. I was a former art major as well. So I kind of switched from drawing as my creative outlet to editing these videos and listening to the music to put over the videos as kind of my artistic outlet. So definitely need to get back into reading and art. So that's one of my bigger goals for 2021, other than obviously growing the channel and improving the content for you guys. And another super chat from LA Lou. You are very camera comfortable and extremely eloquent. Have you ever considered acting? Seriously, I could see you on a sitcom. Actually, I went to acting school with Mama Renee as a kid. I went to a place in Phoenix called John Robert Powers. I thought that I was going to be a little actress when I was a kid. I wanted to be a stand-up comedian, actually. I really wanted to be a stand-up comedian. But yeah, I would have been cool with acting. I did some like live plays and stuff though when I was in like elementary school, and I would get super stage fright on stage at the time. So yeah, I was always kind of nerdy. Even at the time that I went to acting school, I was kind of the awkward kid. I had a waddle. So at the time I was going to a chiropractor because I had like two legs, different lengths. And so I was going to there. So I waddled really bad and I couldn't walk in heels and I was a total tomboy. So doing the modeling part of John Robert Powers wasn't very easy for an awkward tomboy like myself. But yeah, I would definitely be open to getting some sort of like network show. But I do like to be my own boss. So maybe not. I don't know. I don't know how that all works. But if there was like a travel channel or Food Network opportunity, I would definitely consider looking into it. Randy asks, what about skateboarding? Well, I definitely need to get more into that too, but it is a little bit cold to be skateboarding in Spokane right now. I tried to get into skateboarding more while I was in Mississippi, Unfortunately, where I was staying on base, there weren't really smooth parking lots. I don't know how to describe it. The asphalt there was like really bumpy. So I brought my skateboard with me thinking I was going to be outside all the time skateboarding when I wasn't inside studying. And yeah, I couldn't even like push across a parking lot because it was so gravelly, which was really weird because I normally blacktop is smooth and that's where you skate. So I don't know why that was, but didn't get very into it. Da, da, da. From Jessica Hammond. How amazing was Alaska? It's my dream place to visit in the US. I loved it. Alaska was absolutely beautiful. Randy and I had the opportunity, it was like our second day in Alaska, I think, to go out on a fishing trip. And we were out on I believe it was Kenai River. I'm already forgetting these river names. And it was gorgeous. There were like bald eagles flying everywhere, and just like the overall nature of everything was amazing. We saw like bears crossing the road. We saw giant porcupines while we were in Denali National Park. And I mean, everything was gorgeous there. But I will say that there's not a lot to do city-wise there. Like I thought there would be kind of like some like art museums or something kind of city vibe to do while there. And it's mostly all outdoor driven, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. We just weren't packed for it because we were there as a food tour, not there to go hiking and such. So yeah, there's a lot to do there. I would definitely like to go back and do like maybe a week-long hiking trip or something. That would be a lot of fun. We did like a 12-mile round trip hike one of the days. That was a lot of fun. So we got to see a lot of nature there. We got a hello from Hans. Hey, good afternoon. Looks like I missed the first 50 minutes. Yeah, about 50 minutes has gone by, but I will be leaving this one up on the channel for everybody. So if you missed anything or wanted to know anything, this will stay up on my channel. Because this is my only video this week, this is going to be a live stream that I just leave up permanently. Unless somebody says something silly in the chat that I can't go back and delete. So that is my overall goal. Let's see. When are y'all coming to Helena, Montana for a food challenge? From Hacksaw Harv. You know, there's not a lot of challenges in Montana at all. I know that there is a steak challenge that I would like to do. I can't remember what city it's in Montana. But as far as I know, there's only like 3 in the entire state. So I would love to go show Randy more of Montana because it's beautiful. I love going to Glacier National Park. That is one of the most beautiful national parks I've ever been to. I think it was the closest look-alike, I would say, to New Zealand that I have been to so far. So it was gorgeous there. Stephanie Piano, did you ever imagine 2020 would be the year you blow up? And by blow up, I think she's referring to like popularity or something. I'm not sure, or just success. No, I didn't know that anything significant would happen this year. I thought it was just going to be another year where I focused on building the channel, focused on my military career, and it ended up being one of the best years ever. I know that a lot of negative things worldwide have happened, but it has been nothing but positive for me, as you know. I will be talking much more about this in next week's video. All of the positive and lovely things that have happened in 2020 and the plans for 2021. So yeah, I definitely feel blessed that 2020 was a great year. And yeah, definitely stay tuned next week to hear more about my thoughts on 2020 and all of the amazing things that happened. Let's see. This is from Amanda Wilson. Randy doesn't like blue cheese. What condiments do you not like? Hope to see you in Arizona soon. Yeah, I also do not like blue cheese now. I used to love blue cheese, and then that food poisoning incident I mentioned kind of turned me off of blue cheese forever. I was at Sam's Tavern in Seattle, or I guess I should say, what is it, Bellingham? Bellevue? Bellingham, one of those two. It starts with a B. I can't remember the city that I was in because there's multiple Sam's taverns. And I had their blue cheeseburger and got like mega food poisoned. It tasted a little off, and now I can't even smell blue cheese. So that's probably the only condiment I don't care for. And I'm not really a fan of A1. I know a lot of people love A1, and it's kind of just to me. Not a big A1 fan. Yeah, raw onions. If you consider raw onions to be a condiment, then yeah, I am not a fan of those. Specifically, raw red onions. I feel like places that like excessively put raw red onions on a burger are trying to hide something because all I taste is bitterness and it gives me severe heartburn. I'll eat anything pretty much though. But blue cheese is one of those that I don't know if I could gag my way through it anymore. Let's see. Some people say some weird things in the chat. Goodness gracious. Someone asked if I've ever gotten into a fight with someone physically. No, not a real fight, but while I was deployed, I did do some jujitsu and I also took boxing. So I trained under Leonidas Letson, who was on The Ultimate Fighter while I was deployed. So she taught me a little bit of jujitsu or taught a class on jujitsu. And so I enjoyed doing that for a few months, learned a lot about ground grappling, etc. At the same time, we had a really good boxing coach on base. And I took probably about 2 to 3 weeks of boxing before I kind of gave up on that. I enjoyed doing the hitting and did not enjoy getting hit. So the first gut punch I took that knocked the wind out of me, I gave up on that one. Was not a fan. So I did keep up on the jujitsu though. I really enjoyed that. If I had more time to have jujitsu as a hobby, you really have to commit to that. I would probably do it because it was enjoyable, but that's definitely leaves you rather injury prone. Hans asks, when will you finally be in the Netherlands? Will you switch to mayonnaise instead of ketchup? It's our national sauce of choice and a little sweeter than in the rest of the world. I actually like mayonnaise a lot. So yeah, I don't mind it. I have actually tried the whole French fries and mayonnaise thing before, and I actually don't mind it. And I'm not really a fan of Miracle Whip as much. So if it's sweet like Miracle Whip, I'm not too sure if I'll like it. But my mom's husband did get me turned on to an interesting snack where you take a Ritz cracker, Miracle Whip, and peanut butter. And for ages, I refused to try it because I thought it was nasty. And then eventually, after a few adult beverages, I caved and gave it a try, and it is delicious. So if you want a weird food combo, Ritz cracker, giant schmutz of Miracle Whip, and giant schmutz of peanut butter, and you've got yourself a delicious snack. From Khaled Adam, Katina, are you a fan of Five Guys? Yeah, I actually really enjoy Five Guys burgers, and this will be controversial. I like some of their stuff better than In-N-Out. So In-N-Out is good, but they're a lot of hype. Five Guys, I think, is pretty delicious. They have good quality, like every time. I like that you can get them in a bowl. So I'm not really like that committed to bread on a burger because usually it kind of gets soggy anyway. So I enjoy going to Five Guys and getting, I can't remember what they call it. Do they call it like a bowler or something? You get all the food just put into like, I think it's like aluminum foil and they stuff it in a box. And then their fries are amazing. I love their Cajun fries. Yeah, if they had like an animal style version at Five Guys, I would definitely be a big fan. Randy says, I'll make sure she tries samurai sauce in Belgium and Amsterdam. Awesome. He's going to show me all the good food. And those are places that I definitely want to go. I definitely want to expand my taste bud horizons. Let's see. Somebody asked, what do I use from Classy Beach 18? What toner do I use to keep my hair such a pretty blonde? That is a great question. I just started going to a new hairstylist, and she recommended that I use a shampoo called Shimmering Lights by Clairol, and I got a giant bottle of it on Amazon, and it does a great job. It is a purple shampoo, so it does dye your hands kind of purpley, so you have to wash your hands really well, but it keeps the orangey kind of color out of dyed blonde hair, so it does a good job of keeping it nice and silvery, and it smells amazing. From Fight Food, have you tried HP sauce from the UK? No, I have not, and I would love to because I've heard good things. I like weird flavors and tastes, and I heard that has a very unique taste to it. Let's see. Uh, from Karthik Pakrasamy. I hope I said that okay. Do you have any plans to take challenges in India? Looking to see you and Randy sometime. Absolutely. I would love to do India, and I know Randy would as well. We both love Indian food a lot. So, yeah, doing Indian food challenges would be amazing. I know that the challenges they do make there are massive. So, yeah, I'll have to definitely train a lot before I go because those are some platters there. So, yeah, absolutely. I would love to go there to do some Indian food challenges. Mm. Oh, yeah. Okay, so a lot of people talking wedding bells and babies in the chat throughout this whole time. Just to address that, Randy and I only met in July, so keep that in mind. We love each other a lot, but there are no plans of getting married anytime soon or popping out little mini atlases. So, yeah, we have a lot of traveling to do. We're still in the very selfish stages of our youth where we want to get things done for ourselves. Let's see. Um, so we are at the hour mark. I'm going to go for about 10 more minutes. That way I can socialize with the family a little bit. So we'll do 10 more minutes and we will call it good. Time has flown by on here. You guys are asking some great questions. And I hope you all are having a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. So thank you very much for joining me. Let's see. How did you and do you deal with the naysayers, people who said or say you can't do what you are doing currently? That is from someone named Swedeen. Um, yeah, dealing with naysayers. So that's something where I think you just kind of have to turn your brain off to it in a way. There are some of the original naysayers that you kind of have to listen to almost as like constructive criticism. So, I mean, it depends on what you're saying as a naysayer. So, I guess like comments, like haters that are in the comments or something like that, or where you get criticism. In that case, then yeah, you have to use some of that as constructive criticism, even though it may not always be worded that way. I know that on some of my starting videos, I got a lot of criticism on my music choice or the music volume. And so some of the times that was said in a really, really rude way that I didn't want to listen to. But I knew that if the comment was appearing multiple times, then that might be something I wanted to address. Or if someone said that I was being boring or talking too quiet, then I knew that I needed to maybe just jazz it up a little bit on camera. A lot of the time, I'm really relaxed in front of the camera, and so I don't necessarily always get super showy and loud and excited. Um, if I'm really relaxed and comfortable, normally I'm a total ham. I like to goof around and be funny, but sometimes during like the videos, I kind of take on a more professional tone because I do feel like I'm working when I'm on camera. So I kind of treat my camera time like work time. So I try to be a little bit more proper, eloquent than I would normally be in a normal day-to-day life or something like that. So those are little things that I do take to heart. Otherwise, the normal like naysayers, if we're talking just pure haters, you just kind of have to shrug it off. You know that at any point, people are going to have something negative to say about what you are doing or trying to do or the way you look. I had people loving on my short brown spiky hair that I had when I very first started. And I had some people that told me I looked like a 13-year-old boy. And that I look like a man. So like it just depends. Everyone's cup of tea is a little bit different. Some people are saying, I love your hair blonde. You have beautiful long blonde hair. And others are like, oh, you need to cut it short again and go brunette. Everyone's going to have opinion, or I'm too fat, or I'm too skinny, or I'm too happy, or my eyebrows do too much when I'm talking. It just depends. So you're not going to ever be anyone's cup of tea or everyone's cup of tea. So you just have to work on number one, pleasing yourself. So enjoying what you're putting out and being authentic to yourself, but you also have to be authentic to the people who are watching. So I think you could tell if I was faking it, and I would never want to fake it. So let's see. Here's one. Oh, that's a great question from Rick's Meerkat Manor. Any food challenges you have been holding off for a later time that you want to attempt? Yes, there is a giant sushi roll in Spokane that I want to do. It is like a 8 to 9 pound sushi roll, I would estimate. It's called the Godzilla sushi roll at the Wave Sushi. And I went with my buddy Scott. I believe he's got his username right now is Scott Eats a Lot of Food or something like that. Really good guy. I just can't remember what he changes his username to. I went with him while he did the challenge, and that thing was massive. And I know that right now I'm not ready to take on that volume of food. And they also have it to where the sushi roll gets progressively spicier as you eat it. So it starts out with like a mild sauce on it, almost like a yum yum sauce, and then it works its way all the way up to like this crazy like habanero sriracha death sauce on the other end. And I definitely wouldn't be ready to handle capacity and crazy heat at once. So I'm holding off on being well trained. Maybe after a big tour, I'll come back and give it a try when my stomach is nice and stretched out. And I would love to take that on and support that restaurant in Spokane. All right. Welcome to the appetizer membership, Mr. Positive. Thank you very much for joining. Glad to have you. That is awesome. For those who don't know what that means, I do have membership levels on my channel. So if you are willing to support, it's basically kind of replaces Patreon for me. I didn't ever want to create a separate Patreon account. So just those membership levels kind of help support me and the channel and helps keep the content great. And if you do go to the main course membership, I do feature you in every video on your own specific screen with everybody that is a main course member. So that's pretty cool. So thank you very much to Mr. Positive for joining. Oh, thank you very much. Michael Trudell says I look marvelous. Thank you, darling. Thank you. I woke up like this. Hashtag flawless. Much appreciated. Oh, lovely. I got another super chat. This one is from LA Lou. Advice for future live streams. Pick loyal followers that you trust and make them moderators who can time out and hide spammers, trollers, self-promoters, anyone else that's being rude and inappropriate. They can save you headaches. Yeah, I have thought about doing that. If Randy wasn't busier at the moment, I would have probably just made him a moderator. So in the future, I might kind of try and schedule these so that he is free. I would trust just a handful of people to moderate the chat. So it is definitely a great suggestion. I am newer to doing live streams. Obviously, this is only my second one ever. So yeah, that's something I would definitely do in the future. But thank you very much for all of your support today, LA Lou. It has been much appreciated, and I hope you're having a very happy holiday wherever you are. Let's see. I'm going to field the last question. So I'm going to look for a really, really good one to end this live chat with. Thank you again to everyone who has been tuning in, tuned in late or tuned in on time. It is awesome. So thank you very much. And all the people that are tuning in just now saying hello and thank you. Hello back. Let's see. Let's get in some last minute questions here. Here's one. This is from Dan Wolf. This is something I didn't really want to end it on this note, but he's asking, why is Randy trying to take over your channel? I know he's your boyfriend, but he seems to be dominating a lot of my videos. And I will talk about this a little bit in next week's video, but Randy is by no means trying to take over my channel at all. We tour together, so he is featured in my videos. When we did the Alaska tour, it did kind of come off as him leading the videos because I didn't want to interrupt his set format for his video intros that he does. He has a very set video format that he does for his intros. And my thought was, since I was kind of nervous to meet him because I was like, oh, starstruck, I wanted to let him do his thing, and I was just going to take the back seat and then let y'all like watch and enjoy this. I thought that would be my only chance to ever tour with him, and then lo and behold, love. So yeah, so basically we've been working on how to make it seem less like he's taking over the channel or dominating the channel. I do my own intros now, and I've been trying to angle the camera so that he's kind of further away from the camera so that his voice isn't as loud, because we do talk loudly to the crowds that are there, and his voice does carry significantly further than mine. So yeah, there's absolutely no way that he's trying to take over my channel at all. If anything, those who are saying I'm after him for the clout would seem more accurate than him trying to take over my channel. Why would a bigger name want to take over a smaller name? That's silly and makes zero sense. So yeah. We've been really working on trying to balance that a lot. We are going to be on tour together, but I've also been doing my own challenges, and I do put out my own content, and I am in full creative control of what is on my channel. So the way I also edit my videos is so that the talking that happens is primarily me. I'm trying to figure out doing that. And then I fast forward through a lot of his talking so that you can go and watch his versions of the videos and get a totally different take on the challenge. So a really, really fun version of that is going to be the Longhorn Barbecue Challenge we just did in Spokane, and then the Baby Bonita Burrito Challenge that we did over Thanksgiving. His version of both of those is going to be hilariously different than my own. So there's a lot of family in both of those videos, so you get to see a lot of different takes on that. And so we will end it on that note. I just had a super chat from my good buddy, Chad, Mad Chiller. So he says, have yourself a great Christmas. Happy New Year. Keep on rocking the long hair. Take care, my silly friend. Well, thank you very much, Chad. You always bring the funniest comments to the videos. It's always been a joy to see you there. And thank you for being such a longtime supporter. So that has been awesome to see you guys consistently. So yeah, we're going to wrap it up there. A big, big thank you to everyone who has tuned in throughout this entire live stream. If you are watching this at a later time, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Hopefully you'll have a chance to come in on a live stream and ask questions yourself if you're kind of wondering some questions about me after the fact. Always feel free to check out my new website, www.katinaeatskilos.com. Check that out. It is in the description below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a very safe and happy holiday. And yeah, you guys take care. And in true Katina Eats Kilos fashion, okay, peace out. Bye.